Welcome back to the CBN News Channel. For more than 5 million Venezuelans, they have fled their country since all of the ruckus that's been going on there since 2015 due to the crushing effects of hyperinflation, unrest, and rampant crime. But now some of those refugees are facing the fact that the better life they sought in other countries is becoming yet another victim of the global coronavirus pandemic. Chuck Holton has the story.
In early 2019, I made 5 trips to the border region between Colombia and Venezuela, reporting on the masses escaping Nicolas Maduro's dictatorship. As hundreds of thousands poured across the frontier into Colombia, they pushed the town of Cucuta to the breaking point. Streets were choked with desperate refugees, hospitals were overwhelmed with pregnant Venezuelan girls, and prostitution was rampant. With very few options, many Venezuelans simply started walking, hoping to find work more than 500 miles south in Bogota and beyond. It was an arduous journey, and Operation Blessing was there to help.
Most of the migrants from Venezuela are walking uphill for several hours in really bad conditions to reach Pamplona first and then go to Bucaramanga or other big cities, bigger cities than Cucuta.
So they say if you want to understand somebody, you have to walk a mile in their shoes. That's why I'm out here on this busy highway with this family that's walking from Cucuta, Colombia, all the way to Bogota. And it's very dangerous, as you can see. There's lots of these big trucks going by. They've got their little kids with them. And the problem with walking a mile in somebody's shoes is that so many of these people don't have any shoes.
Today, we're planning to have a medical brigade here on the way to Pamplona. Also, Operation Blessing is bringing some water solutions, so we're going to be setting up a water station, clean water station for the migrants. So even when we are not here, they're going to be able to just walk by, open the faucet, refill their bottles, and it's going to be safe water for them.
Those who made this perilous trip took jobs as maids, gardeners, or even sold products on the street. Now, with the global pandemic virtually shutting down all commerce, these most vulnerable are again out of work, homeless, and desperate. For some, starvation is a very real possibility. That's why there's now a steady stream of refugees walking back along this same route, headed home to Venezuela.
Because they are evicting us from our rental and we don't have work. We don't even have a way to feed our children, and it's really difficult.
What will you find in your country since you left because you had nothing? What will you find in your country now?
Well, at least there we won't get evicted from our rental.
The border is officially closed, so these Venezuelans will have to cross back into their country illegally. And the situation there is even worse than it was when they left. Though it still boasts the world's largest reserves of crude oil, gasoline here is almost impossible to find. Food shortages are more acute than ever. And then there's the pandemic to worry about.
The reason we are out here is because we're citizens that also have needs. They say that the trucks are going to feed the people, but what about emergencies? If we have to get someone to the hospital, there's no public transport at night. We're under curfew, so a family member could die in the house waiting because there's no way to transport them here or to a medical center. Then what do we do?
Nobody knows how many people may already be infected in Venezuela, but hospitals there report shortages of even soap and clean water, to say nothing of ventilators and personal protective equipment. But at least in Venezuela, these refugees will have a bed to sleep in, and that's more than they have right now. For CBN News, I'm Chuck Holton.